Well, start of a new week. Here we go again. I just, I'm really excited. It's going to be kind of a limited week for me here. I'll be here every day, but I won't have a lot of time to devote because I'm getting ready to head to rehearsal with the immediate family because we're rehearsing Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Then I have a full day on Thursday of interviews and things. And then Friday, we're doing a run through for camera blocking and everything for our streaming. And then after that, Russ Kunkel and I will be doing a tutorial video for DW Drums because we're going to be out at DW Drums. They're allowing us to use their facilities to do our video. And then Saturday, we go film. So it's going to be kind of crazy, but I'm so excited to be actually playing live with the cats. We'll mask up and we'll keep our distance from each other, but everybody's been really, I trust everybody, and we all have to trust each other. We are brothers in a band together, so we have to respect and honor each other, and everybody's been really hunkered down, so I think we'll be okay, and but just the idea of seeing the guys and not on a Zoom is going to be really great. But I really don't have a lot of time today, so I wanted just to go visit something else. Somebody wrote me yesterday a comment and said they had watched a documentary about Tom Dowd. And in that documentary, Tom mentioned the song I'm going to play, and he said that, yeah, Lee Sklar played on it. So I'm trusting Tom that it's true. When I look at the album, there's 4 bass players listed on the album. I remember doing, I think, a couple of tracks on this album, but it was Bob Glaub, my dear old friend Bob Glaub, one of the mainstay bass players in Los Angeles. Who else is on there? Duck Dunn is on it. David Hood from Memphis or Muscle Shoals rhythm section. I did with the immediate family. We played the Vancouver Island Festival last year, and David Hood was there, and he and I did a Q&A together, and I was so thrilled because I'm such a fan of David's playing, and so it was really, really a trip to be able to hang out with him and spend some time. Plus, he gave me the finger. And myself, so there's 4 of us on it. This was one of the first projects I did with Nigel Olsson, Elton John's drummer. And after this, I got to go in the studio with Nigel and do his solo album. And that was great. I mean, I love Nigel's playing. He and Dee Murray were one of the best rhythm sections in all that early Elton stuff. And losing Dee was another great tragedy for this business, but boy, his legacy of beautiful bass parts is there forever. So the artist I'm revisiting here is Rod Stewart. I've done a lot of work with Rod Stewart over the years. I love Rod. He's really a great hang, a funny character. I've done some tracks on his Great American Songbook, more of the pop albums. We did an album that was covers of songs mostly from the 80s, and that was really fun. It was really great. We cut that at A&M Studios. I think it was Henson by that point, and Henson Studios. But we were in there, and Rod said, "Oh man, it'd be great. Like we got the tracks down for each song. It was a great band, and we got the tracks down. And Rod was going to do his vocals, and he said, I'm kind of anxious about this, so maybe if everybody could just go outside and let me get my vocals done, just me and the engineer, and then we'll go on to the next songs." And we went, "Yeah, sure, whatever, Rod." And as soon as he started singing, we all came back in and stood right at the window staring at him and going, "Yeah." And he got totally into it and went into full performance mode and sang his ass off. He's a funny cat. So it's been fun, but Atlantic Crossing was really great. And one thing I would suggest to you is look up Tom Dowd, D-O-W-D. Tom engineered and produced this album, Atlantic Crossing, We did this in 1975 with Rod. But Tom was such a fascinating character. I was thrilled to do the album just to be in the presence of Tom. Where when he left high school, he went into the military. Apparently, he went into the military at the rank of sergeant, and got involved. He was deeply involved in physics, and ended up working on the Manhattan Project, building the atomic bomb. And when everything was over, he was going to, go. He was a physicist, and he wanted to go back into the university to advance his degrees. But because the Manhattan Project was top secret, they couldn't use any of his credentials from it. And he actually knew more than the courses in college were offering to get the degree. So he moved on into music. And he's one of the guys that's considered an innovator in multi-track recording. And when you look at his discography, his playlist, you kind of just go, holy crap. I mean, it stretched over decades and decades, and a remarkable guy. So to be in the same room with him, it was, there's a few people that are iconic like that in my life where, you sit there at the console with them and you just kind of go, holy crap, it's him, amazing. So the album, I believe, went to #1 in England, and I think it made it to #9 in the United States. And the two big singles off the album was Sailin' and I Don't Want to Talk About It. And I Don't Want to Talk About It, it was me. I think Sailin' is David Hood. It might be. But man, trying to get, it's one thing to look up AllMusic and Wikipedia and all these, and they give, general credits. They'll list bass, and they'll have like the four of us, but there's nothing to specific tracks. It would take so much little effort to actually just, write down next to somebody's name, 1, 5, 8. Those are the songs that person played on. But it doesn't happen that often, so it's a little annoying. And I'm sure I could dig deeper. And I know I have a copy of Atlantic Crossing on vinyl. I just don't have the time to dig through my vinyl pile and do that. So I thought I would just play I Don't Want to Talk About It, Rod Stewart, 1975, Atlantic Crossing. There's so many great songs on this album, so it's worth checking the whole album out. Just go here on YouTube and grab it. But and like I said, look up Tom Dowd. It's a pretty staggering bio for this guy. He died, I think, God, 92 or somewhere around there. I think he had emphysema. He was about 77 when he passed, and it's tragic. But so let's listen to a song. So this and Arif Mardin and James Mitchell did the arranging on this, and Arif did stuff with Phil Collins. So I've been around Arif for many projects, and he's a fabulous arranger. So here we go. I'll enjoy with you. Love his voice.
But if I stay here just a little bit longer, if I stay here, won't you listen to my heart? Oh, my heart. If I stand
Smod. Yeah, I don't want to talk about it. Rod Stewart, Atlantic Crossing. I love Rod just because he can sing the crap out of a good rock and roll tune, but he does really such beautiful ballads too. And when he jumped into the Great American Songbook, it really ended up, yeah, at first kind of going, really? And then all of a sudden you go, oh, it suits him perfectly. He really loves to interpret songs. Because Linda Ronstadt was really one of the very first when she did Lush Life and got together with Nelson Riddle and ended up using all of Sinatra's original charts for her album. Because Nelson had done all of Frank's records with these songs. So for her to be able to sit down and listen to the orchestral arrangements were just exactly what she was used to hearing as she grew up. It was pretty cool. It's great when those things kind of happen. We were doing, I forget what show it was, but we were working at Universal Studios because Universal used to have a great recording studio on the lot, and we did like, you know, the A-Team and Magnum PI and Hill Street Blues and Rockford Files. A lot of those shows we recorded on Universal lot. But one of the shows we did, they decided to do a piece of source music that they could use in one of the things. So they pulled out this chart, the original chart to it, to the Perry Mason theme. Perry, for those who don't know, Perry Mason was a TV show with Raymond Burr where he played a lawyer on it. But an iconic theme song from the heyday, the golden age of theme songs. And Fred Steiner wrote it, who's actually Wendy Waldman's father. And Wendy Waldman's a wonderful artist who I've gotten to work with both as a solo artist and as a member of Brindle and stuff. So these things become, but as soon as we played, as soon as the orchestra sat there and we put out that chart and started playing it, it's like these songs get played over the years in different ways, and all of a sudden you can't really remember exactly how the original one goes, and suddenly you're hearing it exactly as you heard it growing up and listening, and it's really cool. So okay, so that was visiting the great Rod Stewart. There might be some more with Rod. I'll dig around and see, because there were some other cool songs on that 80s compilation that we did. So I'll look at that. I'm just going to wish everybody a great week ahead. Stay safe, be smart, take care of yourself and your family. We're all in this together, and the more we hang together, the sooner this might be behind us, and we can start living a life that we had a year ago, and it seems to have gone up in a puff of smoke. So crazy. It's just crazy. But I'm going to pack up, get going, and thank you so much to the people working so hard every day, holding this all together. Without you, we would be in a catastrophic situation. But for the dedication of all the people who are working, from, doctors, nurses, teachers, firemen, policemen, grocers, postal people, everybody who's like going into work every day and laying it out. Thank you. You're the best. So take good care of yourselves, and I wish you all the best. And I will see my Clubhouse friends on this coming Wednesday at 3 p.m. Pacific time, and finishing up organizing the website. Should have that together in about a week to 10 days, I think, and then I can start taking advanced orders for my book. And I will keep you well posted on that. And there's going to be some serious perks for the original launch on this thing. So I'm excited about that. We're organizing all that. So see you tomorrow. Off to rehearsal now.